Under the stairs is cleaned out. It's not even 9 a.m. this morning. I'm still wearing my pajamas. That's why I'm not on camera right now. Just watching some YouTube videos. And yeah, got that all done. This is what I'm talking about, overdoing it. Probably already overdoing it. But here is all my friend's stuff. I'm going to take over to her house right there. And then up there. So we're going to get rid of this stuff out of the house. And then next I'm going to fill all this up with death pile inventory. That is my stuff that I'm going to be reselling. And I need to have posted. But for right now, I'm just going to clean out my reselling room. And this is where all the death pile inventory is going. So I have a walkway here to the bathroom. And then I have everything that is inventory all stacked up in here, nice and neat. So it's nice to be able to walk through here now. The bathroom is still completely full of inventory. And this is all death pile inventory. That's going to go underneath the stairs. I did not find the book that I was looking for that I have sold, but I did find one of the books. And it's right there. I just can't find the one that I'm needing. But it's not on the bookshelf here. I looked 3 times. It's not there. I don't think it's on any of these shelves here. But this is what I've gotten done downstairs in my reselling room. And then the movie room, again, is completely full. I have moved some boxes over, and it doesn't look like I've gone through this, but I have, and then dragged some stuff out of the reselling room and put it back in here. But I'll show you what it looks like as I'm heading out the door. This is underneath the stairs now, and you can see I actually am getting things organized in here, and I still probably have enough room to put the rest of my death pile inventory. Now this death pile inventory is stuff that needs to be listed, that I do want to keep and I do want to sell, and I have enough to really, get a lot sold without purchasing items. So that's great. And most of this reselling stuff, you guys, is stuff I got for free, stuff from friends, and stuff I found on the side of the road for free, or free on Facebook Marketplace. And so, yeah, I haven't purchased a lot of this stuff. So, I feel like I'm getting somewhere, just maybe very, very slowly. So, I need to find my glasses before I head out at the door because I need them on my head. But, yeah, I'm getting somewhere today, just very, very slowly, and I've been relaxing. Like I said, just got out of the shower, and I spent a long time in the shower, guys. I am taking it slow today, so I'll see you tomorrow. And here is all of my death pile inventory in my basement closet now, underneath the stairs. All right, moving on to finish up laundry, relax, and work on the reselling room and the garage. All right, guys, welcome to my reselling business channel. It's been a while. Getting into the new year, it's taking me forever. I am finally ready to start working on my reselling business, and we're halfway through January already. So, got to get going on this, guys. Got to get going on this. So, my plan is to start working through every single one of these boxes I have in this room, taking them upstairs, making sure that they're listed, changing the prices on everything, and start flipping everything very, very quickly. And that's how I'm going to declutter my reselling room in the basement and start moving everything upstairs. And so I want to kind of revamp the whole business. And this is going to take me months, guys. So be prepared, because this is going to take a while. But I wanted to get started this afternoon. I am working my day job at the daycare right now, but I am on my lunch break. I only have like 10 minutes left before I have to go back to work. And then after work today, I'll have a couple hours to myself where I'll be able to get down here and do a couple more boxes. And then I am going to just kind of do like 1 or 2 boxes a day until all my inventory is out of this room in my basement, because this room in my basement is going to become a workout room. And so I'm super excited to get this done, but I want to start getting this room cleaned out. And so as I'm revamping my business, I am going to show you what I get done and the process that it's taking for me to start everything back up and running again from scratch. So we're going to start with box number 1 here and box number 2. This is my plans for today. I want to get through these 2 boxes, and I want to start going through this, and I want to make sure and write everything down that's in these boxes and make sure the prices are right, and I want to make sure they're listed correctly. I had over 200 and something errors on my listings on eBay, and they want more measurements, more all that kind of stuff. So I want to get that done and list them correctly. You know, I think that's why I'm not selling as much and I'm having lower amount of income coming in on my reselling business. So I just want to be flat out honest and truthful with you guys. I'm in so much debt that it's kind of scary and it's sad. And so as a single mom working 2-3 jobs, maybe 4, this year in 2026, I am going to have to just up my reselling business a lot. I got to get out of debt. I got to get out of debt like really quickly because it's hurting me and accruing a lot of interest on this debt that I have. And so, yeah, I need to concentrate on getting some help, and I have received the help that I need. And the one thing that I was told is I need to start making more money. Now I work as a daycare teacher during the week, Monday through Friday, and then I work home health on the weekends. The home health I wanted to do full time, but it's just not giving me the hours that I need. And I also am a single mom. I have to spend a lot of time where I am working around my schedule with my kiddos. And I want to keep my family intact, and I want to keep working hard and doing what I need to do as a single mom for my kids. And so, yeah, the reselling business is probably really the only other way I can make more money. However, I'm not making any money reselling. I've just been doing it like a hobby here and there. And when something sells, it's amazing because it's always when I need it. And it usually pays for whatever bill is due or whatever. So I'm really enjoying the reselling business. But I was talking to my coworker today before I went on my lunch break, and I told her I wanted to run my own business eventually, and she said, "Oh, you'd be so good at that. I think it would be great." So, you know, I want to work on this, and I want to concentrate on it in 2026 for sure and get this done. So, I'm going to take these 2 boxes upstairs, and then I'm going to go through them after my lunch break. So I will see you in a little bit. All right, guys, next morning. I got my box 1 and my box 2. I am here in my office with all of my cubbies here, and I want to go through each box and pull out what I have. And so we're going to organize, and I'm going to check out every single one of these prices of these items. They are all wrapped, and some of these I am just going to put back in to their tubs, but I want to double check and make sure I don't have duplicates on my platforms. I want to make sure that these are actually listed, because if it is not listed, I need to put it back in a box and I need to list it. And so I want to make sure that I have everything. And I'm just going to start marking everything down, you guys, everything down. And so I am so super excited to be able to do this, because it's been needed. It's been needed, a long time coming, of just organizing and cleaning up my office and all my inventory, and it's okay that all this stuff is going to have to take a long time to go through. But like I said, I want to look every single one of them up. I want to make sure that they're listed and they're priced and they're listed correctly. But see, look at box 2. There's hardly anything in here. So I want to be able to see what I can fill up in these tubs behind me here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this morning. And like I said, I just want to share my journey with you guys. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to get on my computer and I'm going to list everything. All right, guys, I'm on my lunch break. I thought I would go through one of these boxes. So box number 2, and there's quite a bit of things that are in that box that was not listed. Now, out of the 2 boxes that I took upstairs, box 2 had the less stuff in it. That's why I started with it. But box 1 and 2 are definitely going in AA. And I had 4 things in box number 2 that's not even listed. Or I can't find them online. So I'm going to have to see if I can find them and see what I need to do to make those 4 active once again. But that's why I'm going through every single box individually, reposting, and I'm also putting everything in this reselling logbook. So I'm putting my what solds. I'm going to be putting whether it's listed on Poshmark or eBay or Mercari, because I want to be able to keep everything, keep track of everything. And then I want to be able to just pull it as soon as it sells and get it shipped off immediately. And I think it's gonna be great to be able to go through every box, even if it takes me months. I need to do this just for my own sanity. So as I was going through this stuff, I was finding out this morning about the new rules that eBay is doing, and I will give you an example. So on January 19th, I sold an item. The sale price was $7. Okay. The shipping was included. And so the total of the amount that the buyer had to pay was $14.83. Okay. Then sales tax was $1.32. My seller fee for eBay was $3.31. The shipping label was $6.51, and shipping is what's killing everything right now. That's why I have the buyers pay for it. I can't afford shipping on this stuff. And so my total profit was $3.69 off of a $7 sale. So they're taking their half, that's for sure. Now, I'm having mixed emotions about this, because if I had a booth locally, I would have to have my rent. Plus, they usually take like 10% of your sales on top of the booth rental. If I had a store, I would have to pay for my rent of my store, utilities, all that stuff. So, I got this item for $1, and I made a profit of $3. So as long as I'm making a profit, I guess I can keep doing the reselling on eBay. I'm not really sure, guys. It's just not worth a lot of my time to package everything, especially when I'm looking for hours for something I sold and I can't find it because it's not listed correctly. So I think, getting organized and putting things in the buckets and then maybe trying to run sales and trying to just get rid of the stuff is probably the quickest way of me making money. So I'm going to try getting more organized with my reselling business for sure. Now with Poshmark shipping is always going to be $6.49 now. It doesn't matter what the item is. It's $6.49. So we need to keep that in mind when we're pricing our items on Poshmark. Now they will only take a $2.95 fee from every item sold. So it's just boom, that's the amount that they take, which is great. I'm going to try to sell more on Poshmark. It's just a lot easier to ship. It's a lot easier to keep track of what I owe. And they do send everything to the state. Now, back to eBay, they are not sending things to the state. They're taking it off of that price already. So you more likely won't have to pay the state. So I think that works out kind of evenly in the long run. But goodness gracious, I'll give you an example of my Poshmark sale. Let's see, I sold a dress top, LuLaRoe dress top. Sale price was $8. My profit was $5.05. They did take the $2.95 fee out for Poshmark fee and 0.91 cents for the state sales tax on that. So technically, I'm making more money on Poshmark now than I would be on eBay sales. So I'm going to concentrate on transferring almost everything over to Poshmark and see how well I can get these items sold, even if it's $5. Now, I did notice if it's really low amount of money over on Poshmark, the fees that they take out plus the shipping, it barely can make money. Sometimes it's $1, $2, $3. But if it's not something I'm not making at least $5 profit on, I think I'm going to just give it to Goodwill. So as I'm going through this, I'm starting to learn a little bit more about the process, how much things cost and the fees that they take out when you are posting on the different platforms and how, and trying to decide which platform is the best to sell what item. So of course, all clothing and a lot of my clothing I get for free from friends. And so I'm just going to place the clothing more on Poshmark and kind of switch everything over on eBay and Mercari and just decide out of the two which one is best for selling everything else. So wanted to let you guys know what was going on, and I want to thank you for joining me on this journey, and I'll talk to you guys soon. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Bye.